If you're getting into the dating scene, then I invite you to first have a conversation with yourself. Act as if I am in the room with you and we're just having a chit chat, going over these different questions so you understand if you're genuinely ready to jump into the dating world, because only God knows how interesting the pool of dating is right now. Now, the conversation begins with 4 questions. And if you can be as honest as possible, then you are setting yourself up for complete success in the dating world and outside of that. So, beginning this conversation, let's first ask, are you self-aware? And not just aware of how you are as an individual, your characteristics, but are you aware of your shadow traits, your shortcomings? Can you stop yourself when you're doing something wrong? Can you apologize and say sorry? Can you know when to stop? Do you have strong boundaries? Do you have a solid system from within that you fully embody and people can feel that externally? Like, do you know your own essence of self? That is a big question, and it's important that we get honest about this. Now, you don't have to know yourself to this degree to jump into a relationship. However, it's important that you do have some stable grounding, because if you don't, then you'll get swept away in the relationship and you'll have a lot of resentment. So the second question is, are you open and receptive? Do you have an open heart energy field that's willing to allow another person to come in? Moving into the third question, can you merge your life with another person? Friends, family, hobbies, your interests, can you merge this, your belief system, with another person and not feel like you are invalidated or smaller than the other, or feel like you're needing to overcompensate in some which way because the other person may be that much more, I want to say, like, strong or attached to their own personal life. If you're going to merge your life with someone else's, then you have to know that these two worlds are conjoining, and it really is a transformative experience. Now, if you feel any kind of threat in this, then there's some inner work to do. The fourth question is if you're able to differentiate, if you can use your discernment, your internal compass that's guiding you internally through your instincts, your intuition, and it can show you what is right, what is wrong, what is yours, what is theirs, emotions, thoughts, being able to fully differentiate you from them. It's important that you do this. Now, these 4 questions are something that you can always go back to, you can always reflect upon, and you don't have to be perfect in any of these. But you do have to know if you're coming from a state of longing, a state of unmet needs, a state of just needing to be fulfilled in a more negative way because you have yet to do this internal work. Now, if you're feeling this way, then I do have 2 book recommendations for you. The first one being The Pregnant Virgin by Marion Woodman, and then the second one being To Be a Woman, The Birth of the Conscious Feminine. And these are really, really great books on psychodynamics, specifically for women and their psychological maturation, how we evolve as women, and the necessary work that we have to do in order to feel whole and complete, one in ourselves. Now, the important aspect of this entire video is setting yourself up to intentionally date someone, to intentionally move into a life with someone else. And if you can't do that, if these 4 questions have come up and you feel a little frazzled in them or a little frustrated, well, it's not something to be ashamed of. It's actually something to feel empowerment towards, because you're not going to hurt someone in the long run because maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you think that you are, but there is still some work that can be done. Now, I'm not saying that when you jump into a relationship, if you do open yourself up, that you can't do more work there. When you're in a relationship dynamic, there's so much healing that can be done between 2 people. It's extremely transformative. However, it's just not the same quality. It's not the same clarity that you would have by yourself. And this is coming from a woman who has been alone for the last 4 years. Only recently has my heart opened up to thinking about the possibilities of someone coming into my life and what that would look like. And what comes up for me is knowing that I have a very specific lifestyle. My work is very unique, and my values are so ingrained in who I am that this person, whoever this man is that comes into my life, limerence alone isn't going to sway me to kind of shift or how can I say this? To the state of falling in love isn't going to change who I am as a person. It's only going to amplify my life. Now, that is kind of the sweet spot in any kind of relationship. So I've yet to meet the right person, I'm being honest with you, but I look forward to it because I have spent this much time reflecting, doing the hard work, setting my life up to how I want it to be, and then knowing that to share this with someone else who sees the work that I do, who sees who I am as a woman, cherishes that and takes pride in that. And it's like, that's gold right there. That's gold. Ooh, that's so good. So are you ready to go into the dating world? I'm not sure, only you know. But as I've brought this conversation up and we're talking woman to woman, heart to heart, I want you to really take time, as my dog barks, take time to reflect on this and then to give yourself the grace that you need, whatever it is that you need to do during this time, to refine little pieces of yourself and then take that step, open yourself up, have a big heart, and just see where Eros, the god of love and desire and arousal, see where this energy, how it evokes you and where it can take you, okay? If you're a woman who is watching this video and you have your own maybe guiding insights that you can give to someone else, leave it in the comments below. I would love to see your own thoughts on this, and I'll leave this here. See you in the next video.